What is it that Satan always targets? Now, for a moment, turn back to almost the end of your Bible, 1 John chapter 2. 1 John chapter 2, so go to Revelation, the last one, and back up about 6 pages. 1 John chapter 2. I want to show you what Satan always targets. The Apostle John, in 1 John 2, 15 to 17, explains the world. Now, you've heard about worldly Christians and avoid the world. What is the world? John defines it right here. And what he says is, do not love the world. That's a present active imperative. That means it's a choice. That means we can. And he says, stop. Don't do that anymore. Don't love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So basically, the world is anything that's not attached to God. It's anything that's not going to be forever in heaven. And we are not to love things that are already doomed to destruction. We already know that everything, every building, every car, every award, every accomplishment, every treasure, everything is going to be consumed in the day of the Lord. It's going to be burned up. The only thing that's going to last forever is obedient living to what God's will is and people that we win to Christ. And so that, the world, is stuff that's unattached to God, that's headed to destruction, but he defines it. Look at this. In fact, he gives us the center part of the verse. He says, the world is made up of the lust, and by the way, that is an interesting word, epithumia. Now, it doesn't have a dash in it. I'm just doing that for you. Epi is a preposition, upon, and so it's upon thumas. And thumas, is the word for passion or great desire. But when you put a preposition on the front end of it, it's an amplifier. So what it means is passion, longing, desire amplified. And by the way, it can be used positively. Sometimes it talks in the Bible about having a passion for God, an epithumia for him. And so, like David said, I long for you as in a dry and thirsty land where no water is. I long. That's what lust is, longing. God says, don't long for the cravings of your flesh. Don't long for the insatiable, unsatisfiable, never happy with longings of what you see. You can always see someone that has more, looks better, does things, and we can always see something that feeds our economy, by the way. Meredith Publishing publishes a journal on the lust of the eyes. I bet it's in many homes in our church. It's called Better Homes and Gardens. And what it's filled with pictures of is a better counter than you have at home, and a better kitchen, and better appliances, and better textures, and better colors, and better tones, and better everything. I mean, I love it now that at the end they'll tell you the price of all these things, and a website where you can order it. But the idea is, my eyes want my home and my garden and my life and my car and my body and my skin and my everything to be better than yours. And that's a lust that we have. It is an epithumia. It is a craving. And so you know what people do? They will get another job to get a bigger house. They will work 2 jobs. They will ask their wife to work. They will do anything to get that better home or that better car or that better whatever.